Good afternoon. Undetermined. That's the final conclusion from the Transportation Safety Board about what caused a plane carrying former Premier Jim Prentice and 3 others to crash.
It's been more than 18 months since the fatal crash near Kelowna. This morning, the TSB released their findings.
Without hard data, without verifiable data, we cannot know for certain what happened that night.
Julia Wong has been following this story for us, and she joins us now from the newsroom with more.
Now, Julia, there may not be a definitive cause of the crash, but the TSB does have a working hypothesis.
Yeah, and they stress their guess is just that, a guess. And they say they would have had more definitive results if there had been a flight recorder on the plane. Now, the plane took off from the Kelowna International Airport the night of October 19, 2016. It was carrying Prentice and 3 others. The TSB says shortly after takeoff, the plane entered a steep descending turn and crashed into the ground. Now, there was no distress signal issued from the plane. The TSB says it ruled out medical issues, environmental conditions, and aircraft issues. Investigators say the pilot had very few hours of night flying in the months prior to the crash, had limited recent experience flying by instruments, and was flying the aircraft alone. They say the most likely scenario is the pilot experienced spatial disorientation.
Physical illusions like the feeling of tumbling backward, which may occur during periods of prolonged acceleration, such as during an initial climb after takeoff, causing pilots to doubt their instruments, to incorrectly adjust controls, or even put the aircraft into an accidental spiral dive.
The TSB says Transport Canada had not inspected the company since 2012. It says that prevented the government from identifying potential red flags. Now, investigators pored over the wreckage, radar data, and company and personnel records, but the TSB says without a flight recorder, it did not have a play-by-play of what happened. The aircraft involved was not required by Transport Canada to have one. But for years, the TSB has been calling on the department to make those recorders mandatory on all commercial and private business aircraft operators. It reiterated that call this morning and had some scathing words for Transport Canada.
If we don't know what happened and why, then those who need to make changes to prevent similar accidents in the future don't know what actions to take.
Transport Canada says it is reviewing the TSB report and will respond within 90 days, adding, Transport Canada takes recommendations from the Transportation Safety Board very seriously and shares their goal of maintaining and improving the safety of Canada's transportation network. Now, the Prentice family also issued a statement saying, while the report can't restore what was lost, they hope lessons can be learned to prevent similar accidents in the future. Jen and Shay.
Okay.
All right, Julia, thank you.